Computer's being a little slow. The second piece to this, and so this is really important, is this blog post. And so this is going to be the first of many blog posts. And so I want to bring this piece in. This course used to be all about creating a comprehensive classroom technology plan. And so that's all this course used to be. Every single module we did helped you build this. So when we did the revision, we had to keep this piece in here. And so we wanted the course to become more hands-on, but we wanted you to still wind up with a classroom technology plan. And so what this is doing is it's starting your first section of that plan. And so research how technology can be used to enhance communication. And so in a little document, you know, you're gonna make a blog post with your research on it. And you're going to have 3 to 5 scholarly resources, nothing older than 5 years. It's got to be less than 5 years old, those resources from the library. But you're going to, and they call it a draft because you're going to post it to your website or blog, and you're going to title that post Technology Support Communication. And then I'm going to look at it, and I'm going to give you some feedback about it. And then you can, you know, update it a little bit, and then according to the benchmark rubric, you're going to go and find Classroom Communications Plan. It's a section 2. We're going to come back to section 1 later because we'll do missions and visions later, but section 2 is about the communications plan. And so this gives you the information about what should be in that blog post. Hope that's not too confusing. So the second piece of the assignment for this Sunday is to create that blog post, a researched, basically it's a paper about communication in the classroom and how you use it to communicate with parents, students, the global community, which that has got to be in there in order to get full points, about how, you know, what you're going to do to make sure that you have a connection to the outside world, and or your students have a live audience, or, you know, all those things you've researched and you've found about global community. And so we're hoping that this assignment will make sense to you. So you're first making a blog, you're adding just some basic pages, then you're adding another page that says, or a post if it's just a blog, a page if it's a website, or a post if it's a blog, about technology and communication in the classroom. So, and again, if you look back at the rubric, if you follow the rubric, you should get all the sections. So remember, the first section is about the blog, appropriate, visually appealing, and aesthetically having a good quality of aesthetics and originality. So the second piece is the blog post about the communication. And so there's a rubric right here. So before you write that, take a look. Does the blog post or the paper about communication clearly discuss how technology enhances communication with students, parents, and the global community? Okay? And so if you look at this, if you're going to get a 5, if you're going to score the highest, you're going to talk about alternative and inventive methods of communication. You're going to talk about, and with scholarly research, you're going to show that you have a really high quality understanding of what today's communication looks like. You don't want to fall back on, you know, I'm going to do face-to-face because that's the best. I've had students do that, and face-to-face is very important, obviously. I mean, that's the best way to communicate with parents, is one-on-one. But in the absence of one-on-one, and in an effort to support your students as they're communicating with the outside world as well, you've got to talk about alternative ways to communicate. Hope that makes sense. Then we'll look at your writing in terms of how's your writing, which last assignment, you guys did a great job. The mechanics of your writing and the research. Research is really, really, really important. So really hoping that you take that seriously with your research. Not only will you have references that are less than 5 years old, but you'll also have in-text citations. You need a citation, at least one, for every reference that you have. So I'm a little loose with that with your forum posts. I'm grateful. A lot of you are posting, some of where you're getting some of your information in terms of what you write in the post. And so typically you would have a citation in there that matches your reference. In the forum posts, I haven't really been picky about that. I've just been glad that you've been posting where you're getting your resource, your information. But in a paper, you do. It's the GCU format. It's the APA format. Every reference you have in the reference page, there should be at least one corresponding in-text citation. If you have problems with that or any questions about that, I believe, let me see the resources. I'm looking for the Writing Center. Hold on. They've moved it. Student Success Center. And their writing instruction is fantastic. The writing process right here. This is amazing. This is like a gold mine right here. So every single piece of information and possible piece of your writing, it's all outlined here what you need to do. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. So right here, research and sources, citing sources correctly. So it's just like a little tutorial. And there's a video, there's usually a handout, and there's usually a script about it. It's fantastic. So it's in the Writing Center, in the Student Success Center. Okay? So I talked 20 minutes. It's plenty. I'm trying to think. I think that's all I need to say right now. If you have any questions or need some support, text me, okay? I will be definitely in and trying to finish up scoring your last assignment. I'll get that done for sure by Sunday. And I'm going to try and get some of those DQs already that we've kind of worked through. I'll get those scores in as well. So I'll get caught up this weekend. If you need me, text me or call me, okay? And I'll be there. So again, thank you so much. I've been looking at some of your submissions. Be sure and go back to the forums and look at my posts, and because sometimes I ask questions to support your thinking, and so I'd like everybody to have a chance to even at least just read some of my teaching in there. Okay? All right. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I'll be around if you need me.